everyone, and welcome to another Spring Sports Report. I'm Athletic Director Doug Stotler. Today we're going to be talking about softball, and we'll be with Viking coach Tony Cook. But before that, I want to remind our viewers that on May the 4th, the Athletic Banquet and Hall of Fame Banquet will be held in the Field House here on the Hillsborough campus. And also want to remind viewers that on June 22nd, the Jefferson College Athletic Scholarship Golf Tournament will be held at the Teamsters Camp in Peevely, Missouri. Coach Cook, by the numbers, I'm extremely impressed with Viking softball this year, and let me tell the viewers what those numbers are, and then you can explain each one.
Sure.
39-9, 16-4, and 15-1. As an athletic director, I'm extremely pleased. Now explain to the viewers why I'm so happy.
Well, you know, the 39-9 is a record that we're proud to have. We are at where we think we should be, maybe even a little better than that. So, team-wise, we're okay with it. Conference record of 15-1. Absolutely, we're proud of that. We got a 3-game lead in that, so we're on track to get our 5th conference title in the last 6 years. So, happy with the progress we're making in that. And then on the region record, after a hiccup yesterday, we're kind of disappointed in that record of 16-4. We thought we could be 18-2, even 19-1. So it looks like we're going to be the number 2 seed in the upcoming regional tournament because of that. And so, but it does show that we're competing, we're playing well at a high level, and the numbers speak for themselves, I guess.
Well, and again, I think oftentimes you can measure the success of a spring sport, particularly softball and baseball, by getting to that 40 win mark, and you've got several games left, and you're at 39. So, you know, I think by any measure, this is going to be a fantastic season to look back on.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt. And, you know, we're happy with, you know, we got a chance to get to the 40, maybe even the 50 mark, something we haven't accomplished here, and that's one of our goals. And so we're looking at it, and you know, if you look at the past and what we're doing right now, we're on track to be on an average of 40 wins every season. So, and that's one of our that's a big accomplishment for the program.
Coach, a lot of the games that I've been able to take in, and I've been fortunate to do some of the color commentary on the JCTV station, pitching has been amazing. You've gotten a lot of great performances from 3 primary pitchers. Who are these kids?
You know, we got 2 sophomores that's been pretty dominant this year, and Brittany Sitton, Kendra Deering, and then we got the freshman Lauren Gunnett, and then we have a relief pitcher in Lucy Walters. But our 2 sophomores have seen the most action so far this season, and you know, their numbers are very good. Brittany Sitton is in the top 10 in strikeouts in the NJCA Division I National Poll, and same way with Kendra Deering with her ERA. Her ERA is under 2, so you know, she's showing some real good progress there, and we think it's going to drop even more with the latest stats coming out. So with those programs that we're facing and our pitching line, the way it's been, those girls have been outstanding for us.
And of course, behind those kids are some returning players, a good core of sophomores on defense, on the infield and the outfield. Tell us who those good players are that keep the other team from scoring runs when the ball is hit.
You know, around the horn, we got Gina Melton at third base, a sophomore force that's been solid all year. Her numbers are up this year, counting her home runs, and so we're real pleased where she's at with what she's done on the field and on offensively. Shortstop position, we've got a fantastic freshman in Stephanie Price, a Division I prospect, second and on the team in stolen bases. She's top 10 in the country in stolen bases. One of the strongest arms you're going to see in the Midwest here. So she's putting up some incredible numbers, and if you ever get a chance to see her play, I mean, it's stellar what she can do on the field. And then at second base, we've got 2 sophomores in Kelsey Cruiser and Amanda Affalter. Both have been solid. They've put good numbers offensively and played a good, firm, you know, on second base, a solid position there for us. First base, we've got Kendra Deering and Carrie Schmidt. Those 2 girls have done an excellent job. Both of them are in the top of our program in home runs. Each of us got 9 apiece. Our record's 12, so they're on track to maybe even break that record. Hitting-wise, they're up there in the high 300s, and so they've done a fantastic job for us also. Behind the plate, we've got 2 more sophomores, and Allie Watson and Chrissy Fraley. And so with those two behind the plate, they're the catalyst of the team because they control our pitchers for us. So with that, they've done an excellent job, and also with their offensive on the bat side. In the outfield, we've got two freshmen out there. We've got Sarah Kreisel and Abby Rowland come in, have done an excellent job for us. Been really stellar with their defense. Offensively, they're high 300s, and they've between the two of them, have less than 10 errors out in the field so far this game. And in right field, we got Jen Clayton, a sophomore that's leading the country in stolen bases right now at 65. She's done an excellent job with her offensive and her defensive production, and so overall, I mean, this team has been solid up and down the lineup and on the field.
Coach, your pitching's there, your defense is there. The thing that I've enjoyed most is the power that this team displays, and you mentioned the two first basemen very nearly breaking the school record so far, and they might even do so. But talk about your top hitters and what they're hitting for averages and how they do in regard to that power.
Yeah, Carrie Schmidt and also Kinder Deering, and then you got to add in the freshman Steph Price. So all three of them got close to 10 home runs each, like we talked about, and each one is very capable of breaking our record. Power-wise, we've hit 42 home runs currently right now as the record stands. Last year we set the record at 39, so we've done surpassed that. So we may have a chance to hit 50 home runs this year, which will be a remarkable, mark for us to achieve, and so we're very happy with that.
Well, keep hitting them out. We'll buy a few more balls if we need to get through the season. Coach, recruitment for softball players is a little bit different because it's near the end of school, and I'm sure there are a lot of four-year schools that are conducting their season as well which coincides with yours. Mm-hmm. But do you have any kids that have committed to four-year colleges up to this point?
We have. Brittany Sitton has already gave an early signing to University of Illinois Springfield, and Allie Watson, our catcher, is already committed to Webster University. And so between those two, we've got Kinder Deering's got some excellent offers out there from Division II schools and some NAIA schools, and so does Carrie Schmidt, Jenna Clayton. They're all weighing their options, what's best for them and their families and that. So each one of our players has got an opportunity to play at the next level, and it's just a matter of what school they choose.
That's terrific.
It is.
To hear.
It says something for the program. It says something for our program.
Well, I think your program has also been one of the schools in the Region 16 that have placed a lot of kids. Tell the viewers about some of the kids from the last 2 or 3 years that have gone on to play.
Currently from our last year's team, Jordan Chris, she's out attending Lincoln University, starting third baseman, hitting third in the lineup, pitching well for them. We got Bridget Shade, local girl from Hercule A&M. She's at Truman State. Finally broke her way into the starting lineup. She's an everyday left fielder for them. She's hitting highly currently right now, around 397. So she's doing excellent up there. And then we've got Brittany Martin, which is at UCM, University of Central Missouri. She broke in at second base, was able to land her feet there, and she's done an excellent job for them, talking to the coach up there. And so all three of those girls have represented our school, our program well, and are succeeding at the next level.
Do you find as a recruiter that being able to talk about placement of players is one of those things that help your recruitment?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of our biggest tools is, when a new recruit comes into us, is the first thing they want to know is, are we able to send them to the next place? And I think statistically we're in the high 90s, maybe 95 or higher of sending players to the next level to play. I think with the experience they get here that they can take to the next level is an easy transition for them because of the way we teach and what we instruct is almost similar to what they do at the D1 and D2 levels. So it's a smooth transition, and coaches like that, players like that, so it's been beneficial for us.
Coach, I'm going to throw 3 more names at you that the viewers might not hear every day, but I've got Melton, Moonier, and Johnson. Why are those people important to you?
That is the workhorse of our program. That is our 3 assistant coaches that behind the scenes, they accomplish a lot. And we wouldn't have the success we do without them. And the reason being is because they've been here since the very beginning with me as the head coach. And every day it's almost like left hand knows what the right hand's doing. And with that being said, is they're, I don't even have to give them instructions of what to do, or they know what to do. They go out and take care of it. Maybe recruiting, maybe field maintenance, field preparation, game preparation. It's just so remarkable. It's so easy. You just go out there, and now it makes my job a lot easier because I can go out there and just coach, knowing that the minor things that needs to be done is being taken care of from our coaching staff. And, they don't get the recognition they deserve. And that's one of the best things about this group is they're not so much about themselves, it's about what makes the program better. And that speaks a lot of, volumes of how they are personally.
Well, all the ingredients seem to be there. Is the prediction of a region title coming to fruition? When you began the season, is everything coming together like you expected it would?
We think we are where we should be. We know that we have the capabilities of winning this regional title. We've played everyone in the region. We know what they have, what they bring, and we match up well against them. We've defeated everyone in our region. There's no reason why we can't go back and compete in this tournament. We think we got a pitching staff deep enough to outlast some of the other opponents. And so with that being said, I think we got to be considered one of the favorites to win it, yes.
Well, and as I look at your schedule, you've got some games that I think will allow you to maintain this excellent season. And might even go so far as to call it a streak. But on April 21st, you're going to have Merrimack coming in for Sophomore Day. Then you've got some pretty important road games against some good people. You're going to go to Lindenwood. You'll return to Merrimack, and then you'll head to Springfield, Illinois, and play Lincoln Land. How do those next 3 or 4 games impact the remainder of your season?
We have 4 conference games left with Flow Valley and Merrimack, which is important for us because we talked about that conference title. That's one of our main goals that we want to achieve every year, and so we want to do well against those. And then to bring up on the end of the schedule is with Lincoln Land, and that's so important because Lincoln Land's got an excellent program this year. They're off to a good start. They're ranked in the top 10, and so that gives us a good test, gives us the opportunity to play somebody that's got strong pitching that prepares us for the regional the regional tournament coming up. And you can practice, but game speed and game situations are more vital than anything. And by going up there, it provides us being on the road, gives us that atmosphere of being away from that so-called home advantage. So
sure.
By going up there, it gives us the opportunity to play in a regional setting, and so we're looking forward to it.
Coach, you mentioned earlier that you'd finished the region at 16-4, and that you were probably going to be seated at number 2. 2 questions out of this: who is number 1, and who below you scares you?
Crowder's probably going to be the number 1. They finished 17-3, so they're a game ahead of us. The scary team in this is probably going to be either, I would say 3 Rivers. Reason being, they finished 10-10 in the regional tournament, or the regional playing of this year, but what they bring is so diverse. They've got some strong pitching. They can hit the ball. They're a scrappy team. And every game you play with them, it's a fight to the finish. No game's been easy throughout the region with them. Against the other opponents, they've battled with everybody pretty much and split a lot. We finished 3-1 against them. So I know Jack Childress is going to have that team prepared to come up when they come up in 2 weeks here, and so it's not going to be an easy task if we have to face them, and we know that, and we're going to have to be prepared to play them.
Coach, jump ahead to region tournament time, and this year the region tournament is at the end of April, first part of May, and let the viewers know where this tournament is and how the format goes so that everybody can get a feel for it.
Tournament starts on a Friday morning. Number 3 and 6 seed will play at 10 a.m. Number 4 and 5 will play at noon, and then so on, and then we'll play at 2 o'clock against the winner of the 3 and 6 seed. Number 1 seed we'll play the 4 and 5 at 4 o'clock, and then after that it's a double elimination tournament, which will carry on to Saturday and maybe even possibly a Sunday. It's a tough event for 2 days, maybe the third day like we talked about, and it's one of those ones where it's a grind. It's who can last the longest and who has the deepest pitching staff is going to win that. And it's up at Columbia Rockbridge High School in Columbia, Missouri. And it's they have an excellent facility up there. They host an excellent tournament for us. It makes our job a lot easier by going up there and just having to play and not have to worry about the little things. They take care of a lot of that for us, and we appreciate that from the region. And we're looking forward to the tournament. It's not going to be easy. Maybe this year it's more of I would say that every team has the ability or the chance to be in the final championship, and hopefully Jefferson's going to be one of those teams.
And Coach, recap again, is this April 30th and May 1st, is that the Friday-Saturday combination that we have at Columbia Rockbridge High School Softball Complex?
Correct.
Region tournament, that neutral site gives everybody a fair shake. I believe you mentioned that we've also got one final home game, and that will be Sophomore Day against Merrimack on the 21st of April.
And that's a big day for our sophomores because, they deserve this recognition. They're the ones that go out every day and represent the school on and off the field. And especially this bunch this year is so, they're touched to the heart because they have performed well, and they've done an excellent job in the classroom also. This past fall we were recognized for academics, and so this is a special bunch, no doubt. And what they've done on the field is remarkable, and we're glad to see that they're doing so well, and that hopefully the accolades will come in the recognition of the all conference and in the all region, maybe even all American status for them. I think some of the players are deserving of that, and maybe we can announce some of those recognitions during Sophomore Day.
Coach, I know I'd sure vote for some of them as All-Region and All-American. They've been a pleasure to watch. Thanks for being a part of the show today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Again, now you've been watching the Sports Report, the Vikings Sports Report, and all things Jefferson College softball. We were with head coach Tony Cook. I'm Athletic Director Doug Stotler. We'll see you next time.